Hey folks, in today's video we're back with more high score Balatro. In this run, another fairly early Perkeo gave the run a chance to be interesting, especially with several avenues open to generate Spectral Cards. It was just a matter of whether the right Spectrals could get made in time to push the run as far as it could go. Enjoy the video. Alright, got some decent scaling scoring early at least. And a rebate. We can't get the voucher though. But the rebate's more important. And this is why. Don't win. I don't think I want to farm a constellation. Twos. Like I want the Saturn levels. Cut the twos. Just sell these if they're bad. Cool. Could go diamonds to try and make the straight flushes happen. In case we find a seance again. Sure, we'll take this one. Look for purple and red. There's purple. I don't know what this is. There's a straight. This is not the time or the place for a vagabond. Another purple. Huge. Okay, that'll make straight flushes real easy. And straights for that matter. That's actually kind of good with the trading card. So that we can get a better red seal.
Well met.
Shadows, thank you for the 2. So we just want a decent red seal off of this, and then we can get out of it. Okay. Gave me a 6 in case we get a 6 cents. Nines. I just need to get this out of the way, right? Seven, please. Thank you. Alright, the problem is eventually the runner is not going to keep pace with the scoring. The Vagabond is back. That's a good voucher. Voucher front is looking fine at least. Guess we'll take this. Oh. Here. Okay. Keep the deck somewhat small. Vagabond at home, yeah. Just infinity purple seals. As soon as that turns into a red seal, we're cooking. A little early for that still. You're done? Huge, huge get. Want you out of here. Send it. All right. Now we can actually like make progress paring down on the deck. And start looking for jokers. Bummer. My god. And an overstock early? Is that even allowed? Maybe we should have gone for the 4 of a kind. That's what we want to work towards. Here. Why'd you skip blinds so much? I do when it's good. It's just rarely good. Well, it was fewer than 1,000 rerolls this time. So that's nice, at least. Oh, that's the only one that I didn't want that to land on. That's horrific. Just can't roll any more wheels, I guess. Don't need another red. Maybe we just don't make a straight this round. Or we do? No, we still don't have the 10, do we? Strength is what we've been looking for. Okay, the seance is here. Really plant. Just need an 8 of diamonds. Doesn't even have to be diamonds. We have it, actually. I didn't use the strength on the queens, though, but I got this Ouija instead. I think I've got enough purple already. Huge. Onk is terrible. Okay, that could help. The lovers. Sure. Plant is not my problem. Got a ways to go on this one though. Nope. We got it. Guess we might as well do the one that actually scores. Cryptid is not it. Oh, that is a nice score. Get this for the future. Whoops, did not mean to play a flush there. I think I did the same score with 6-7 in multiplayer against Zizek. What are we looking for? Deja vu? Surely not Ecto. We are looking for Ecto. We already have a red seal. Now we're looking for cryptid. I just sold a... Oh, I just used a cryptid, man. Okay. It's fine. Marcus, thank you for the membership. We missed. We're hitting them so consistently, too. Another strength. Another strength. Here. Can't quite get there. Now I can. Yep. Oh, did not mean to play that again. How do we want to do this? Huge. Might be the hermit angle. I should probably just work on winning from the spot. We do have telescope, right? We could get the observatory going. Maybe the way to go here. If we can't figure out the Go turtle bean as well. Really want to keep farming spectrals though. I gotta take that now. Stupid. Yeah, I also just really don't want to die, you know? Yeah, we got there. Familiar. What if we get a negative copy of each of these? We can block into the eventual cryptid. Or we could just try and not die here. Feels like not dying is a good strategy for staying alive. That's really big, but... all the worst hits. At least we're blocking. Do I have another 9 of diamonds? I do. I don't have space for it though. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose my mind. I have another queen. Alright, I think we just need to commit to the Baron and the Perkeo and not try to goof around too much here. Like, I think the Spectrals are going to get me killed, especially into the boss. You've got to be kidding me. No, don't do that on a 6. There is no way. Okay, we're just getting temperance value from here. No, not you. 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 Here. We can use the Wraith, though. Since we have the temperances queued up. I guess it is plural now. There. That's actually huge. We're running. We don't have any ecto targets though. Ed. I should use that. Okay. Death Fool Machine. But I do need a suit changer for the boss blind. Get a negative Perkeo here. Immolate is phenomenal. One ante too late, unfortunately. Didn't say I didn't want it to. I mean, I don't want it to, but that's not at all what I said. It's the wrong suit changer. It's the best overall tarot. No such thing exists. You gotta stop thinking best worst when you're talking about Balatro. Here. I'm gonna get the gift card anyway in case we go temperance farming. It's always sun. There we go. Just to be safe. Like I said, I don't think we'll need it. Well, maybe with this draw we will. Didn't we get a Perkeo last week? And we did a flush 5 with it, right? So let's do the high card this time. If we can. We do just need Observatory to show up. And again, we do have Telescope. That's not it. Sure. I don't think we need high card levels. We'll take that though. Hopefully it lands on the brainstorm. Sky, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, it's another Perkeo run, unfortunately. But we are on white stake this time at least. So it's a little more forgiving. You want to go back to hearts? Go here, 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 and here. We don't have the reserve parking anymore. Oh, I started copying diamonds again. Showman for a clean... No, we're gonna sell out of everything for the invisible soon anyway. So I shouldn't be rolling. That was dumb. Where are the hearts? There we go. Here, then here. Use this first, I guess. No, sell you, use you. I mean, that's the best hit. It's just really unfortunate that it came with an enhancement. It's very limiting, but it does accelerate the Perkeo quite a bit. No, we're not ready to give up on the 6 cent stream yet, are we? This before I forget. Oh. I mean, we need to buy that to clear a voucher, but we should also wait until the very last minute to buy it because it's actively bad for me. Right on the pile. Wait a minute. Could get encrypted this way. Let's start deathing the 6s then. Talisman is not it. Don't actually want to see additional jokers right now. But, I mean, I gotta use the money somehow, I suppose. I'm dumb. Cryptid? No cryptid. Alright, I have to buy it here, just because we want telescope. Give me the money. Let's hold this just for some like light blocking. Let's move this first before I forget again though. Sure, why not? Onk is pretty bad. That's helpful. Okay, we sell the non-negative hex now. Now we perma-block that. Sigil. Cryptid isn't how you push for ante-39. You're the expert. Vox, thank you for the membership. It is extraordinarily difficult to get to ante-39 with Observatory. Source, I've done it. Twice. Get rid of the onk. Take the voucher skip. I almost missed it. Whiff. Okay. Couple of really good vouchers here, in particular the antimatter. No reason for slowdown. I think Observatory still could be one of our best pickups, just because it gives us scoring tech. But now we can actually roll for a mime, a blueprint. Even an invisible would be okay here, I guess. An econ joker of any sort, or a DNA, like the antimatter is pretty big. That's also really good. Never mind, gotta get rid of it again. And it's back. Throw it on the pile. Copy the right card. Ooh, that's unfortunate. We go here, here, here. Bummer. Fresh copy of Brainstorm, I guess. Never mind, we'll do this. That does mean we don't get 6 cents value yet, but it helps. It's good to have it for when we need it. Okay, onk. Keep doubling up on the Ankh, unfortunately. Is that our last 6? No, we have infinite 6s. Both before and after the DNA. Trance is another one to block, I suppose. Oh, I can't. I need to hit one of those in order to like be able to have room for it, though. Okay, we hit Hex and we hit Trance. We can sell the positive Trance. I should have just rolled. That was stupid. We have, like, it's just minus $200 here. Rolled the shop, not the boss. I'm not, like, there's too big of a risk in rolling the boss right now with only the first voucher. I mean, we've got like half of the Spectrals at this point, so. Oh, okay. I think we do a soft pivot to Observatory, but still try and get 6 cents value because we need an Ecto anyway. We just have to play towards the thing that we have, right? So we need to find a Pluto in the shop. Or we could use the Trance. Okay, Talisman is gone. Let's go ahead and... Where's the Trance? Use the Trance. Would have been really funny for us to get cryptid there, I guess. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm not going to get blue seal value. That was stupid. It's fine. We need to dump these deaths anyway, so I need time for that. Okay. We're just going all in on the Observatory game plan for now. Which, unfortunately, unless we get a cryptid very soon, is probably just going to have to be permanently the game plan. I don't think we can take skips because we need the Observatory, right? Aura. So we're just going to sell it every time. Until we get Ecto, until we get maybe a cryptid. Or until we get out of the 6 cents. another one. It's a bad voucher. Needle is fine. Yeah, DNA is unfortunate right now because it does, like you said, block Ecto, but like it's the only thing that keeps the Sixth Sense engine rolling, right? Okay, we're E21. We got a Deja Vu, which is not actively bad, but not really what we need. You can spin the wheel to get it on Perkeo. Why would I want that? I want it on DNA. But I also... like, I can't risk it landing on the Perkeo because then we can't Ecto at all. Sigil. This is rough, man. We maybe just risk the whiff and save them for blocking now that we have a bunch of Plutos stacked up. Throw it on the pile. Don't label me, thank you for the super chat. Is Ecto or Cryptid more important here, or is it equal? Probably Ecto. Just because we need to find it eventually, right? Okay, we can sell this now. It is unfortunately -1 Pluto, which is kind of a big deal. If we do end up staying in the Observatory game plan. Okay. We need to find something soon or we're just gonna be dead anyway. Like, this time it's the mime that's refusing to show up. Sell you. Sell you, that's a pretty big whiff. Big. Maybe if you're lucky, Blueprint would save the day. The way my runs have been going, I wouldn't count on it. Perfect. Alright, the scoring is too close, so we just have to go full Observatory. We can't afford to let the Perkeo miss anymore. Voucher is good at least. Throw it on the pile. Wonder what we're gonna sell into that. So many possibilities here. You need to start DNA and steel soon. Yep. That's part of the problem here. It'll change if we get Mime or Blueprint, though. Oh my... I mean, it's really good. But the fact that it's... holographic... I have nothing but the Perkeo to hit. It's gotta be you. And maybe we're just not going to get an Ecto. This is horrific, man. Maybe now people will finally believe me when I say that rolling wheels is bad. And you should stop doing it. Let's do this not because I need it, but because I don't want to bury them. Did you wheel on a Baron? Yeah. And as soon as it happened, I had immediate regret. But it was a 1 in 5 on top of the 1 in 4. How many blues do we need on Plasma Deck? More than we'll ever get. More than likely. What this gives me is the potential to just stockpile enough of these and then get out of the Perkeo. The problem is, again, we don't have... I don't have an Ecto target because I need to be able to get out of the Perkeo. Don't label me, thank you for the super chat. I mean, no Cryptid or Ecto, this many 6 cents, and Spectral Brocking is Giga unlucky. Yep. But again, it's not nearly as unlucky as that first run. I need a mime. And it needs to be a naked mime. here. E46 is pretty good without a mime. Do you have telescope? No. No, I just hacked the game and that's what's allowing me to get score off of these. Like, the lack of mime is also cutting into our econ is another big issue. Easy. Money. Seen a lot of socks, but no mimes. You can't take that. We need a mime. Here. We can re-roll it. Sure. Probably more money this way. Whoops. Guess I didn't need to re-roll it. Another bad voucher. Guess we're just gonna have another obscenely unlucky situation here. I need to start making some steel so that we have it. You preferred an NF with a deck full of polychrome because you're doing Fush 5, Sock and Buskin, or an Idol several times, or high card Baron Mime? Well, one of those is possible, the other is only technically possible. I mean, we've got a lot of space in our score. We just... Again, the blind scaling starts to outpace the Observatory very quickly. So we need... Like, it's just obscene that there are jokers just simply not appearing in every single run of every single attempt that I've done in the past, like, at least month. What would you need now, Mime? I don't know, I should probably say something about what I need. Hey, welcome, Hoopla. Wasn't the accidental gold stake nan-inf in the past month? No, that was probably in March at this point. Things don't get posted immediately after they happen. And like a gold stake run is not a nan-inf attempt, right? That's completely unrelated to what we're talking about. Might be too much steel. Oh, I just lost out on so much money there. That was such a big fumble. Okay, this'll help. Okay, and it's naked. That's actually huge. We just hoard money now. There is no reason to do anything until we magically get an ecto somehow. The hard part is going to be figuring out how to get an ecto. We do have the capacity to get Omen Globe, we just don't have it yet. 9 Jokers and only 1 ecto hit is insane. Well, we have 2 ecto hits. Spectral Pack could have one too? Yes, but if your goal is to get lucky, which means you have to find a Spectral Pack, then that Spectral Pack has the exact thing that you need in it. You're playing Balatro poorly if your goal is to get lucky, or if your plan is to get lucky. So something like an Omen Globe actually makes it fairly likely that it shows up instead of having to rely on getting lucky. Like if the plan is to get lucky, then you don't have a plan. Spectral tip is an option? No, it's a terrible option. We pay like $300 or so in order to see 2 Spectral cards. That's not a fair trade-off. We pay $300 and 4 copies of Pluto. So it's a really, really bad trade-off. So instead of getting lucky with Spectrals, you want to get lucky with Omen Globe. No, that's... With Omen Globe, you see a lot of Spectrals because you see a lot of Tarot Packs. So you don't have to get lucky because it just becomes likely that it shows up at a certain point. Plan 1 was to farm the numerous Spectral cards from the Sixth Sense that we generated, but instead of getting lucky, I got extraordinarily unlucky, so we gotta revert to Plan B at this point. Why don't you play Serpent every ante for money, because that would be money negative. On average, it's 750 rerolls for Serpent. We will not make $750 off of that. To be fair, this feels like Plan D at this point. True. Was this was the run with the Seance as well. We had Seance and Sixth Sense. Like, I've seen just an outrageous number of Spectrals, and I got absurdly unlucky to never see a single Ecto. No cryptids either. We got a cryptid right before we got the Perkeo. We got a cryptid. We might have to take the next DNA we see out over the Perkeo just to get through, like, ante 24. Don't label me. Thank you for the super chat. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Isn't luck the biggest factor in Nanimp? I swear to God, I can't get it for the life of me. I've got bad news for you. Luck is a very unimportant factor in it. It is possible to get unlucky. But if you're trying repeatedly, like, it's fairly consistent. Many people, including me, have gotten multiple in a row. You don't need good luck. Bad luck can destroy a run, though. Yes. But like, bad luck isn't bad luck if it's continuously happening, right? It's something else that's preventing it. I do think that some of the runs recently, I could have played better, and it's not solely due to bad luck. I do think that the first run of the day was 100% due to bad luck. I think that is far and away the best one of these attempts I've played. And the fact that Baron wasn't there for, like, it simply didn't exist beyond, like, 400 shops is, like, again, an outrageously bad outcome. Yeah, it took nearly 1,000 rolls to find the first Baron. Despite playing, like, again, I think that was legitimately the best Nanimp attempt I've ever played. But, like, vouchers? The only thing unlucky about vouchers is if the voucher skip is in the wrong place, but there's a high probability that that won't happen. Because you see so many antes. If you have your econ in the right spot, you can brute force the vouchers by getting enough copies of Cola. Again, we have this conversation every time we do one of these attempts, and it's just, like, again, if you're playing properly, luck is not a large factor in it. It can't seem that way. But this build is Nanimp possible. Honestly, probably not. Because of the lack of Ecto, I think we're just going to get cooked. But we should be able to get strong enough to make it through ante 24, which is a pretty big choke point, and then we can maybe figure something out in terms of the Perkeo. I've never hit an inf because I'm not good enough at Balatro, and that's okay? Yeah. You don't have to break the scoring limit to have fun with the game. You don't have to, like, do these types of runs to be better than, like, 99% of the people that play it. You just... And even if you play it for as long as I do, you never have to, like, aim for these types of runs. You can just hang out and play. Does Balatro stream sometimes kind of feel like a podcast? Yeah. I mean, if people were just wanting to watch somebody good at Balatro, first of all, they wouldn't watch me for that. Second of all, well, I mean, just they wouldn't watch me for that. There wouldn't be any commentary to begin with, right? I don't know why I'm keeping a steel card in hand every time. Have fun making goofy builds to beat ante 8 and draw enjoyment from watching others like Roffle getting an inf or equally goofy builds? Yeah. I mean, there's no... It's a toy. There's no correct way to interact with it. The way that you have the most fun with is the correct way to interact with it. What are these vouchers, though? The timing? Cadrino, thank you for the membership. You ever play poker? I don't like gambling, so no. I don't want to spoil anything, Colty, so I'm going to decline to answer that. You ever play poker with money, with friends without money involved? No, I used to, like, in high school, we used to do, like, poker night with $5 buy-ins, and then basically we would all just pass around the same $5 after. Like, we just, not intentionally, it would just kind of happen that we'd all take turns kind of winning, and so we'd just sort of pass around the same $5 from week to week. Chunky, thank you for the donation. But basically, it was just an excuse to hang out, you know? Except for one guy rolled up with a with $10 in dimes once, and that was annoying. That was not the same $5 that we had been passing around. He just wanted to, basically he used poker night as like, as the bank to cash out. They were to turn that money into like a $5 bill. He stopped getting invited as much after that. The real estate agent now, if that's any indication of his character for you. Instead of Twitch donos, can we send dimes via P.O. Box? Well, first of all, donations are turned off on Twitch for anything other than the charity and the things that which mandates. Second of all, no. No. We do have, like, one hand size voucher left to get, right? Just throw dimes at your screen, it'll work? Perfect. That's actually the play. We're just making steel cards the hard way, I guess. I need Omen Globe. Is it worth the Plutos? Gotta reroll you. I guess. The important thing is that we do get past, like, the ante-24 choke point, I guess, because that'll give us, like, 7 more antes of time. You play any card games before, Balatro? That's like, yes. Played Hearthstone and created card content on Hearthstone for 7 years. But I also just, like, played nearly every card game growing up. Balatro is the first card game ever? Well, to be fair, every game is now Balatro, so that checks out. Wow. The voucher situation was worse than I thought. Good thing we aren't, like, actively going for Nan Nymph this run. Is Deltarune Balatro? No, Deltarune came out before Balatro, didn't it? So it's everything since Balatro is now Balatro. Excited for Vampire Crawlers? Absolutely. I've got news on that at the end of the stream.
Well met.
Zuma, thank you for the prime. Will you play Balatro for the next 7 years? I don't know. I can't see the future. Wasn't that the game you played recently that looked fun? Yes. It's... That and Recoin are the two game releases this year that I've been the most excited about. Like, I like Slay the Spire, and I ooh, yes. And I've played a lot of both, but, like, it doesn't feel as different and unique, you know? Recoin is also Balatro? It absolutely is, but it's maybe the best Balatro like I've played. Congrats, Guto. You're saying it's better than Nubby's Number Factory? Okay, that one was pretty good. Also, Billionaire was very good, too. I mean, there have been some really good ones. It's just there's something about the Recoin that, like, the dopamine spikes are huge. Recoin was not a local punk game, it was a playstat game. Those are separate things.
Well met.
Your Dutch brother. I don't think my brother's Dutch, but thank you for the prime anyway. 82, so we're probably through ante 24, right? It's how far we can extend beyond that, Craigasm. The hand size helped a bit. I don't think we probably shouldn't try a bean bug into the boss. It would have to be Perkeo that goes anyway. I think we're just maybe not going to get Nan Inf this run, and that's fine. I think I was saying something earlier about not having to do something specific with every run, right? Let's prove that to be the case, or whatever. I don't know where I heard the local thunk made Racoin. It's from people that don't understand the difference between developer and publisher. It's not your fault. A lot of people get confused with it. But a publisher doesn't have a hand in, like, the... I don't want to say that necessarily the creative process, but, like, the game design portion of it. They're more... They facilitate the distribution of the game. Same as book publishing? Yeah, but the PlayStack's a good company, though, so I don't want to put that evil on them. And, like, I don't know, there is occasionally some creative involvement from the publisher. We played WoW, though? Yeah. Too much. And then I finished college and got a job and didn't have time for it after that. Not that I shouldn't... To be clear, I didn't have as much time as I gave to WoW in college, and that's why I was, like, a poor student during the time. But, like...
Well met.
I don't know. Once you actually get out there in the real world, you have a lot less time once you're done with school. Raids are more people than lessons, so what's actually more important? I didn't raid. I did 3v3 arena. With, like, a couple of my buddies. One summer, we played, like, around... Literally 3 of us on laptops around the kitchen table at my college house that we were living at the time. But the AC broke in the middle of a very, very hot summer, so it was like... I found out that the thermostat at the time could only read up to 2, like, a maximum of 2 digits, so it just permanently said 99 degrees was the temperature. And that was the, and, like, 2 of us had the old MacBook laptops, so, like, our graphics cards, like, melted into, like, off, like, the soldering on the onboard graphics card melted off, and we stopped being able to use those computers. But we did get Gladiator in that environment. That was much more important than whatever nonsense they were trying to teach me at in class. What season? Early, like 3 or 4. in the Burning Crusade. I think I was one of two Ret Paladins that I was aware of that got Gladiator that season. The other one did it in 5s on my battle group. But it was a very small battle group. You ever get the itch to return? No. Yeah, there's the Omen Globe. Maybe there's a chance. What were we scoring, though? Were we scoring E88 or E87? Oh god, you were Ret Paladin? Again, Ret Paladin was extraordinarily weak at the time. E90? Okay, so we're through this ante, then we have to start Serpent rolling. TBC Ret Glide is so Chad? Yeah. Like, I stopped playing in Wrath and, like, the arena seemed to get a lot faster, right? I don't know. I didn't enjoy it as much after Burning Crusade. I just kind of played semi-casually. That was also when I needed to start locking in, I guess. Honestly, why not just play the mime? It's literally right here. Ecto? I mean, why switch from Baron to Mime? Because it scores more. We should do a top-end check into the boss blind. With full steel, just make sure that we don't have to skip next ante. E90. I think we're just not, even with steel, I think it's gonna be tough. But maybe with full steel we get next ante.
Well met.
Could take a DNA to extend it. Something very generic. Thank you for the gifted subs. Alright, I don't think we have enough steel to not take the DNA right now. We're not going to get enough to get an imp, so I think we just have to take it. You had E90 with only 2 steel. What's your point? Do you know what next ante is going to be like? Because it's going to be a lot more than E90. The problem with the DNA is that we have to do 2 of these hands now. Okay, this is with very little steel in hand. The extra hand size is beneficial. Would this ever hit Ante 39? No, it's not even going to hit Naninf. We have gotten 0 Ectos so far, which is the biggest limiting factor.
Well met.
Okay, that means we have another ante where we don't have to skip. Ram, thank you for the 5. This voucher, man. Whatever. Do I just have everything that I need? Yeah, I guess so. And vouchers missing? Oh, both of them, yeah. So we have this pretty easily. Oh god, we can't even do, like, there's, oh my god. The burglar tech would be so miserable with this, waiting this out for 20, well, I guess it wouldn't be 20 because we don't have the 4th copy Joker. This is in the wrong spot. I think 144 Plutos might be enough to make up for the hand voucher. Yeah, but not the hand vouchers are fine. But again, the limiting factor is the lack of Ecto here.
Well met.
Mr. SB Crumb, thank you for the sub.
Well met.
Gooberton, thank you for the 5. Yeah, where is Ecto indeed? In here, maybe? I mean, we gotta do it, right? Because it's funny. This is the same as a DNA, isn't it? Just about. Bean is even better than a DNA. So is it over? When I said the bean was better than the DNA, what did you think that meant? Interesting. Like, we're gonna have to sell the DNA if we ever get an Ecto anyway, so that was the main reason I with that game plan. Ecto? Also, it's back. It's worse short term, better long term. Getting a little choppy. I might need to, like, restart the game. Wrong spot. Do you ever replay the challenge decks? Only Jokerless, because that's the only one that is fun. Is there a mod that speeds up how fast stands play? Yep. I just don't play modded. Okay, 109. With not a lot of steel in hand. I think we're gonna have to skip for Serpent at this point. Oh, 9. Yep. We could probably beat that with enough steel. Oh, now we get the cryptid. If I do see a burglar, I'll probably just take it and see where we stand. We might as well do a little bit of rolling. Yeah, let's just go full steel and figure out what our absolute top end is here. I'm gonna say E11? No, it's way beyond that. Like, we've been playing with very few steel cards. This is a full hand of steel. Got it. Give me money. Wow. We sniped exclusively glass. Can I get an ecto, though? No, I cannot. Alright, let's just see where we are. And if it's worth, like, making the Nanimp push. We gotta skip, though. We might have to pick up this, this run on a later date. This is gonna take forever. And it's getting close to dinner time. Like, with only 3 jokers, it's not really a thing? Yeah, because we're down 5 hands, right? So that's what, not only that, but we're down... Well, we're down 3 hands as a result of the lack of copy jokers, but we're also down a lot of scoring because it's like 1 less Baron. So we're just going to be, until we get the Ecto, we're just way off. But we're going to have to find this burglar anyway, so... A part 2 Balatro is hilarious. It's like a lot of Doc's white stake runs. I mean, a hand size skip could do a lot. A hand size skip plus a hand voucher. But, like, that would have to line up pretty absurdly well. We're also just going to win too quickly because of this. That's a bit of a problem. Maybe we won't. We're at E84. How much are we jumping up each time? $86. Okay. My monitor just went black there briefly. This wins too soon, I think. It's going up by like 2.5 each time, so no, it doesn't. If anything, it wins too long. $89, so yeah, it's 2.5 each hand. The good part is the soundtrack makes it bearable. Yeah, but like this part gets on your nerves a little bit, right? Especially as it gets to the end, it's got that high pitch. It might actually cut it close by the time. This will be 96. Like, very basic math says 1 copy Joker down means 1 to the 4th per king. Taking 44 cards, that means we're not quite getting 144 cards is the real problem. So I think we're quite a bit short. Oh, we're adding more steel each time, so it's going up, it's not going up by a consistent amount. It's going up by 3 each time now because we cut all of the gold cards. I should have 44 steel. Like, we don't need perfect steel just because we do have if we get the full setup, because we do have the extra stuff from the Plutos. Did I just completely miscount how much we were getting each? Because we are going to beat it too fast. And that's really unfortunate. Has a compounding effect that you didn't account for? Right, yeah. Normally it doesn't, because you're not normally including the, So this is just... Yeah, because you normally don't have the Plutos triggering. Pepe, thank you for the membership. Can we switch it off the blueprint and brainstorm in a couple of burn hands? They are already pointing at the burglar. The problem is these, not the blueprint and brainstorm. We played steel because this isn't anywhere near what we need, and so I just need the extra money. Because we had to, like, we're going to win with this hand no matter what, so I might as well just get the mine value. Blue, thank you for the membership. $210. Oh my god, we're so far off. What do we even do? Alright. Let's just get some money. We're not gonna farm it all the way out because of the Pluto. We'll see maybe like one more shop and then make a decision about how we want to progress from here. Yeah, the only thing that can give us a possibility here is an Ecto. Missing the Ecto after so many Spectrals generated was just extraordinarily unlucky. Like, I legitimately wonder how many cryptids we actually made, right? Because we were or not cryptids, spectrals we made. We made one cryptid. But we made so many spectrals because we were blueprinting a seance to start. Then we had a Sixth Sense with a DNA. Like, it's exceptionally unlucky that we missed. What happens if you beat the last ante? You can't. So you don't have to worry about all that. Like, obviously the Perkeo was very lucky because, like, any legendary doesn't happen often, but to get a Perkeo here with a potential Observatory, obviously that was very unlucky, but, like, the fact that the run just is hard stuck based on really bad Spectral rolls is quite unfortunate. And then to have it after like 980 rerolls for a Baron is pretty tilting. And and a couple weeks after 750 rerolls for a blueprint is also pretty frustrating. Big Dan, thank you for the 13. Let's just take our money and go. Don't label me, thank you for the super chat. And your spectral blocking? True. True, we had at least 5 additional spectrals for several of the 6th Sense attempts. Just pretty unfortunate luck today. Yeah, I got one cryptid right before I got the Perkeo. If we had kept that cryptid, then it would have been the easiest Nan-Imp in existence, but unfortunately I can't see the future. And I tried hard to get another cryptid after that. Like, I was trying harder for the cryptid at that point than the Ecto, because then it would have been the easiest Nan-Imp in the world. Dropping the cryptid was the right play? Yeah, because I couldn't hold it, right? Because I used it so that I could make inventory space so that I could get 2 more Spectrals to dig further for the... again, at that time I was looking for Ecto, not Cryptid. Once the Perkeo came up, I was looking for Cryptid. Can't remember if you also got an Ecto early? No. I 100% did not. I would have held the... I would have sold out of the Seance as soon as I got the Ecto. I would have sold out of the 6th Sense as soon as I got the Ecto. There was nothing that would have made me sell an Ecto. These are not the skips we needed. These are not the packs we needed. I mean, I guess we might as well. We've only got 2 more antes before we die anyway. So we can just finish the run and die. Probably take the money. What's our max score again? We have no concept of it. Because we had to get out before we could win too early. Okay, maybe the play... What if we get Nacho Tongue into double hand size skip? Could get us there. Maybe a negative bean could do it as well. Nacha into double juggler is a play towards luck. Yeah, I have no control over anything at this point. The only other option is we see exactly two additional shops and pray that there's an Ecto in one of the Arcana packs, and then we have to roll for Showman into another copy Joker. Like it's already too late to have a plan because we got extraordinarily unlucky when we were able to over the part that we did have control over. Balatro more luck or skill? Let's not have that conversation every day of my life for the next 7 years when I play this game. Every hour of my life when playing this game. Balatro is about family? Okay, Vin Diesel. I don't think this is enough yet. This is why I watch the stream. I come for the Balatro, but stay for the inevitable Sisyphean task of Roffle explaining exactly what he needs in chat, rolling the boulder back down with backseat and blaming luck. It's rude. Modern day Greek tragedy. To be fair, this time I'm the one blaming luck. Specifically with those Spectrals. Those Spectrals were extraordinarily unlucky. And that Baron being not existing more than like 400 shop slots in any ante is also unlucky in the earlier run. Yeah, I think that the first run was much, much unluckier than this one. Which is a shame because, again, I think I played the first run much, much better than this one. Alright. Just get me out of here. And hopefully into a shop with an Ecto in it. Why do you use a standing desk? Why do you use a seated desk? Oh, I just lost a lot of money there. That was dumb. Okay, wait. Oh, no way. If these were reversed, I think we get there. Oh my god. I mean, I think we still just go for it and try and put up our best effort here. Maybe we roll a little bit in the shop to see if we can get a cheeky nat negative or something. Game is being extra trolly today. Yeah, it's very similar to how the Baron showed up at exactly the time when it left me dead. Maybe we get colas, but then we'd have to find a burglar again, and like that's not worth the gamble. I didn't click it. Like, we don't have enough money to find another burglar here. Seen so many beans. Alright. We just gotta go next. Maybe there's simply another anti-1 juggle tag, right? Alright, this time we do want to get rid of all of the gold cards. Selling the burglar for bean work. Yep. That's why I skipped it. And explicitly stated we cannot sell the burglar. It's because the bean was better. Getting a lobotomy after reading chat? I think some chatters are way ahead of you on that. I wouldn't take that gamble with 10k on the books. What, the, looking for the burglar? Yeah, because the with only one shop, trying to find a reroll is... Trying to find the burglar on one shop is just not going to happen. Here. I think it'll be really funny if we get like E306 or E305 or something. But hopefully that doesn't happen. I think E300 and something is a lot more impressive than Imp anyway. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. E312 all steel? I guess we'll see. I think it's going to be hard for us to get all steel as part of the problem, though. We should be able to get... That does give us a... If that's accurate. Which I'm not... Like, people just throw out numbers a lot of times. So I don't know if you've actually done the math. I have no way of knowing whether you've actually done the math. Yeah, it's... Feel like Roffle must secretly enjoy chatters being dumb. In some ways, I kind of made a career off of it, didn't I? So, I mean, I guess it benefits me, but at what cost? Yeah, but Redditors will call you condescending for it? Well, not just Redditors. But also, maybe they've got a point, I don't know. And also... I don't know, something about the pot calling the kettle black, I guess. Alright, 105. Surely we don't win too quickly this time. So one of your longest runs because of the Pluto? Surprisingly not. Like, we're on ante 30 in sub 3 hours. I've had non-observatory runs take a lot longer than this. Okay, we should have enough space. Right, if it's like 6 times 4. But I guess it doesn't necessarily go up a static amount again because of the compounding. Roffle isn't even condescending, he's just honest, and nowadays people aren't used to blunt honesty. I don't know about that. I think because of my flat affect and the tone of my voice, I do read as condescending a lot. Also, sometimes I am just condescending. But rarely am I serious, I think, is the problem that most people have with it. People don't understand, kayfabe. And jokes. Probably not as much time spent in the shops rolling. That's true, because we were just kind of chilling after we finally found the mime. Yeah, I think the shop time is one of the big time sinks in these runs. If I move the steel card over, chat, I have to do that every time. I'm not going to do that. There's enough actions to take here. Roffle's stream is honestly best understood through the context of kayfabe. It's still real to me, damn it! We're going ante 39 again? No. No, I don't even... Like, Murphy... I don't even know if this Nanimps. We're down a copy Joker. We haven't gotten a single Ecto. I've been complaining about it for going on 3 hours now. This is probably just going to be our high score. Murphy, would you believe I had a blueprinted seance for several antes? I had a DNA with a Sixth Sense, and I did not, and I with and a Perkeo, so I was blocking like 5 Spectrals, did not see a single Ecto. I need to write a strongly worded letter to the local thunk at some point. Don't play the lottery or do? Yeah, probably not. Also, I stand by the fact that I think the first run of the day was unluckier than this one. Oh, that's true. I also saw one cryptid and I sold it right before the Perkeo showed up. Strongly worded letter. Who are you, Chuck Schumer? Let's not go too far now. Don't be mean, okay? It's a lot of harsh words being said about hair isn't gray enough. Like a few more weeks of runs like this and it might be. Alright. Let me wait for the hand to get drawn first. How many Ouijas were found? Actually, not that many. We did there were a few early, but I don't think that we got, because they're always early. Thanks to C-dubs. But yeah, there weren't that many at least. It was mostly like, we got a lot of incantations and a lot of familiars. Alright, here's the moment of truth. Pray for me, chat. It is 45 in hand, but again, without the copy Joker, we're missing a lot of extra score. $147 Pluto should count as like 6 extra hand size. I mean, again, the problem isn't... The problem is we're like getting less score for each card in hand, right? Because of the... Like, we should have one additional copy of Baron. I guess we can do this just in case like there's a juggle tag at the first skip. Or we miraculously get the Ecto in the shop. But I do think we're going to be a little bit short here, unfortunately. I think we would have gotten there. Well, it might have been enough if the juggle tags were, or if the skip tags were swapped. Yeah, we're short. We're very short. I don't think the reverse tags would have worked. Who guessed E292? I don't think it was a guess. I think they probably just did the math. Wait a minute. Okay. One last chance. 2 last chances. Okay. Actually, 2... Well, no, the problem here, we can't get an ecto here because we need to be able to find the showman. So it's got to be in one of these. Nope. All right. At least you can ecto there then, since you still get one shot. The next shot will be ante 32, which means it will be not possible to roll into Serpent, so the run's just dead. We would have hit the showman too. Wait a minute. No, there's no way. Yeah, we already have the time machine vouchers. The run's just dead, chat. We can let it die. It's a valiant effort, but apparently sometimes there's just no ectos in your shops. Or in your many tarot or spectral engines. I guess we could go for the Giga Tilt play and see if we actually get an ecto in here. Nope. Yeah, there's simply no ecto in the seed. I don't know what to do. GG. Imagine the clip though. Again, it doesn't matter because we can't find what we need in any spot here. GG. I do want to see how many times we rerolled. It's probably nowhere near what we did in like 10 fewer antes looking for that Baron. Yeah, it's almost half of what we rolled just looking for the first Baron in the first run. That just goes to show how unlucky that that first run was.